Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live. We're here at Real Estate Talk with Beth Terminella from 110 Realty Group. It's a show we do every Monday around 10:30, 11 o'clock, and where we talk real estate on Bolivar Peninsula, nowhere else but on Bolivar. It could be a home for sale, it could be property, could be the market. Today we're going to talk vacation rentals.
Vacation rentals. And you know, kind of the reason why I did that is the returns. And people are always asking me, what are the returns? I mean, I think you even asked me the question. So I did a little research and these...
let's let everyone know this research is off.
I used Rabu.com.
Okay.
It's one of those websites you can go to that takes all the numbers, and they pull from Airbnb.
Airbnb, VRBO, right. Probably several of them.
I think they just pull from Airbnb.
Okay.
Yeah, but anybody can pull it. There's AirDNA out there too, which I don't use. I think that their numbers are more aggressive. I think Rabu's more conservative, so I prefer that. So that's where I pull the numbers. This is not off of my experience. If anybody wants to ask me about my experience with short-term rentals,
because you do have
I have some investment
rentals.
Properties. Yeah, I'd be happy to discuss that. And these are averages that I pulled. I didn't pull the highest and I didn't pull the lowest. I pulled
just
the
went
averages.
Across the board. And so these are a mixture of small homes, big homes, all kinds of homes.
Well, I did 4 bedrooms.
Oh, did you? 4-bedroom, 3-bath home.
Right.
Okay. So whether it's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, beachfront or back, this is an average of everything.
Right. And I separated it out because we did a show the other day on what houses cost: beachfront, 2nd and 3rd row, and 4th row.
Okay.
So I thought this would be good to go along with that so they could see, okay, this could be a potential income for homes.
Yeah, because the beachfront 4.3 was 1.2, 1.3. Yeah. And one that was 5 to 7 rows back was a hair over 500,000.
Right.
It was about half the price.
Right.
So, great.
So you can look at possibly your potential income. And I'm going to keep saying that these are possible numbers.
Okay.
So, you know, this takes you from January throughout the year. Of course, those summer months are going to be your best months. I mean, that's across the board. Spring break, you can see it peak right there. If it were me, I'd be here in October all the time. Wouldn't you, David?
I was going to say I mean, we've had
best time.
We've had more rain this year than we typically do in the fall and winter. But yes, October, November, December.
Yes.
Typically, we don't get cold weather until January, and here we just had a 3-day freeze.
Yeah.
You know, where it dropped down. So anyway, but let's look at vacation rental revenue.
Okay, so that beachfront is your bright white number. So like in January, you're starting out under 5,000, but you could possibly be over 20,000 in June for that month, July for that month.
Okay.
And then it's going to just sharply take a turn as soon as those kids go back to school, and then in through the winter months. And go ahead.
Here's what I've seen when you're talking about taking a turn. Now, this was up to 2019. It changed during the pandemic because we had rentals down here. Up until this year, our winters were just as busy as summers were.
Right.
But typically, once we get to 4th of July, and it's happened every year, our social media website numbers start going down. I mean, the week after July 4th, they start going down, and then they bottom out usually about December 1st.
Oh, wow.
And we're on when I say bottom out, we're still getting 3,500 people a day, you know, to the website, but we don't see anything else, and it stays even. And it's always been the day after Christmas.
That's when families book those vacations.
It shoots right back up. This year it didn't shoot up as much as it typically did, but we're still seeing it, and it starts going up. And then you get to, you know, Mardi Gras. The 1st of February, people start thinking about Mardi Gras. They're watching the weather, and so that's sort of what we're back to now from what I'm seeing from the tourism standpoint.
And these numbers, these are looking at futures. This is what this website gathered number for what's available out there and what they are predicting the income to be.
Okay.
So that's good to know. So that second number there, that is your second and third row back. So that house may cost you, well, what,
It was like 25% off because it went, once you got to the second row, second, third row,
it was like 800,000.
Yeah, it dropped 25%, and then when you got past that, it dropped 50%.
50%. So you're a little less than 25% less on the income, but your expenses are not as high either on the second and third row.
Front row homes just get hammered.
Beating.
They get wind, they get sand.
Yeah.
The paint has to be done, quite often.
Tell me, I know.
So,
and then that last row there, that's going further back.
Right.
You're still going to make good money on that. And this is the way I look at it. This is an investment that you can come out and enjoy when you want to, as opposed to money sitting in the stock market.
Right.
And you can actually enjoy this. And then there's also some benefits to owning a vacation rental that we're going to talk about too.
Great.
So these are some factors to consider when you are purchasing a vacation home. Look at the area. How many other vacation homes are there in that area? Of course, Bolivar, I think they invented Airbnb, right?
Yes.
I mean, they've been doing Airbnb here since, the beginning of the turn of 2020. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 1900s.
Right.
So the demand for the area, the existing supply, what type of occupancy rates, if you can pull those numbers. Are there any regulations? And I've talked to the legislature for this area, and they said it won't change in Bolivar.
Right.
But that could always change.
Right.
Size of other properties. Are there anything that they're offering unique? And we are seeing some people come into Bolivar who are bringing pools, hot tubs.
Foosball machines,
yes,
pool tables.
Which we haven't seen a lot of that before. So, with all the new building and all the new buyers in here, they're bringing some different competition. So those are things to think about if you are looking to buy. And what is the seasonality like? Well, you can see that on the chart. You're low in the winter, so you're going to have to carry that house during that time. One
of the good things we have is our location to metropolitan areas like Houston, Katy, Cypress. We're 5 hours from Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
Beaumont. If you're down in Corpus, it may be further, or Rockport, maybe it's a further drive, but when we run our TV commercials, someone asked me, why do you do it in Houston? Because man, all we need is 0.25% of those people to come down here in the wintertime or the spring, and we're full.
And Houston's growing.
The size of it. And so, if we have a good weekend down here in January, a lot of times we'll see some last minute bookings and we'll do promotions close to home to try and get some people to drive down for the day or drive down for the weekend. And so we've got a good metropolitan bank that we can pull from there.
Austin and Dallas too. Is it profitable? To me, that depends on how profitable you want it to be. There's some good things that you can do. It generates that passive income. Talk to your accountant about that. Portfolio diversification, if you're an investor and you need some diversification, I still think it's a great place to come.
We've got a lot of investors, we've had some from California, Illinois, New York, that have come down here and bought homes, vacation rentals, because we're probably the least expensive on the Gulf Coast when it comes to a 50 by 100 foot lot.
Right.
And maybe we could do a show on that, showing Rockport, Corpus, Gulfport, Mississippi. Well, and that's something, we're not the easiest to get to, but we're easy enough. And like I said, for metropolitan areas close to us, we've got a lot to pull from.
Right.
But our prices are still pretty good.
They're very good.
Compared to you and I are working on another project that just across the bay, there's going to be a big price, and I'm anxious to see that.
Right.
So anyway, I had to throw my 2 cents in there.
There's some things that you need to consider. I mean, yeah, it's not just all fun and games when you come down here and do
Right.
a short vacation rental. There's some fees, you know, to put it on an Airbnb or VRBO, that costs money. There's cleaning fees, and when you're looking at those numbers, if you're buying a house that has already rentals there, you need to consider that cleaning fee, because not everybody does. You got to pay that out. Property management fees. Are you going to have somebody manage it for you? Because that's another expense.
One thing that some of the people that manage them by home don't
By owner?
by owner is advertising. Because I've had several of them come to me and say, David, we want to advertise our home on your place. How much what's it take? Well, it's a business.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't look at it as a business. And so if you're going to have a rental and you're going to manage it by yourself, put an advertising budget together.
Yes.
Because you
yes.
have to get it out. A lot of these realtors do that for you, a management company. But if
Management
you're,
company, yeah.
some people say, oh, I need something to do, I'm retired,
My John does not do that.
Yeah.
We have a management company
Yeah,
that
and
we
she's
have
a
to.
realtor. And it's, a lot of people go with management companies
Right.
because they have the pool of people coming in wanting a home.
Right.
You're not starting from scratch. And if you buy a rental, a lot of times it already has bookings.
And it's great to buy one that already has that rental income. We bought our first one that had the rental income, and that house just does amazing.
Yeah,
It
because
really,
it's got history.
It has history. It
Right.
really does a good job. If you're buying a new house, some of them do not always come furnished, so there's cost involved with that. Supplying the house, there's cost involved with that. You need to keep certain money set aside for expenses, repairs. You're going to have monthly repairs, especially on the beach.
Right.
Yeah.
Air conditioners,
Air conditioners,
Got it.
painting.
refrigerator. I mean, just especially if it's a rental, when something goes down and it's got someone in it, a coffee pot. You have to have
You
a
have
coffee.
to- you have to
have
have
a
something.
coffee pot. And I know a lot of the people down here, you'll go in their offices and they've got 2 or 3 coffee pots. They've got toasters, a couple microwaves.
I don't even have property management. I have 2 dishwashers sitting in my garage.
Yeah, just
ready.
so that
Yeah.
you're ready if something
Yeah.
happens, and make it enjoyable for the person renting it.
Right.
So, great. But
So that, we just kind of did an overcap on it because we did talk about those sales, and people are always asking, well, what can I expect to bring in? I think it really depends on the homeowner.
right.
Yeah, and it's how much you put into it. Because
mean-
if you're treating it like a business, then it will
Right.
produce like a business.
And for a lot of homeowners down here, a lot of them have 3 or 4 homes, and it is a business.
It's a business.
It's their retirement income,
Yeah.
and when they're done, they sell the homes, cash out. Hopefully the market is up, and they bought at a cheaper price. So, if people want to get hold of you because they're decided, hey, I'm ready to maybe start out small or start out big in the vacation rental, or they want to buy a second home down here, how can they get hold of you?
Please call me, 214-801-9801. You can come see me. Our office is diagonal from the big store.
store.
I have a big sign out there. And then our website is WeSellCrystalBeach.com. Either way, you can reach me. If you don't want to talk, just send me a text.
Great, great. Well, we're here every Monday, midday, right before lunch, on our social media channels, YouTube, Vimeo, and on our new Bolivar Live TV on Roku and Amazon Fire. It's free to download, and you can see all our shows there. Beth, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We've got another one in the books. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live and Beth Terminella from 110 Realty Group. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye. 110 Realty Group on Bolivar Peninsula, located in Crystal Beach, Texas, believes finding the perfect home or property is a necessity for every client. That it's crucial to provide relevant, up-to-date information on the market, properties, and homes for sale to each and every seller or buyer.
Keeping up with the market in today's world is how 110 Realty Group exceeds expectations for their clients. 110 Realty Group in Crystal Beach, Texas are your real estate sales professionals, both in beach home sales and property sales. Finding the perfect custom home on Bolivar Peninsula is a specialty of Beth Terminella and Leslie Armstrong. Keeping up with the daily changes and available homes, properties, and the changing market makes 110 Realty Group the choice for several custom builders for spec homes and investors looking for short-term rentals, along with home buyers looking for that perfect beach house for their family. 110 Realty Group for all your real estate needs on Bolivar Peninsula, in Galveston County, and across Texas.